Wait, is this right here, guest?
Yeah.
I would do 221.
What is everyone? Welcome to Uneducated Sports Talk. How's everyone? I'm your host and only host. Carlos is locked in the cupboard. TJ, I am officially taking over this channel. We'll be moving to the UK, and all the times will be massively inconvenient for all of you US time. Welcome. I hope you had a great time and watched a fantastic Super Bowl. So yeah, I think that's it.
Wait. I heard we're taking this to the UK?
Of course!
Well, you know I gotta represent the UK, baby. Let's get it. The one, the only, Sudbury Cricket Club. Let's go. We're in the building, y'all. That is right, looking fresh for the UK all day. You know, look good. Hold on, I got the next one. Let's go. Did I say the name right?
Huh?
Did I say the name right?
Sudbury, yeah.
Sudbury?
Sudbury, yeah.
Sudbury.
Yeah.
Sudbury Cricket Club is in the building, y'all.
Yeah.
Uneducated style. Let's go, man. Let's rock and roll. Thank y'all for the love and support, man. This is Tuesdays with TJ, episode number 26, our Super Bowl 58 recap featuring the Kansas City Chiefs, the champions, and the San Francisco 49ers, the runner-ups, you guys. We got a lot going on. But yes, right, Sudbury Cricket Club is in the building, baby.
Indeed.
It's in the building, man. Shout out to my good friend TJ for getting your boy a dope-ass jersey. Let's go, man.
Burgundy and gold.
It looks good. I mean, I ain't got no muscles no more, y'all, but the muscles are still muscling, if you know what I mean. They are in there.
Travis, the Keith Martin Group is the sponsor of Sudbury Cricket Club. He does financing and letting. So the money, that's where the money is.
Come a little bit, come closer. There we go. All right, y'all. Well, this is our recap of Super Bowl 58, you guys. The Chiefs are your champions. They win in overtime by a score of 25-22 in a classic. Just turn our brains off for a second. What would you rank this Super Bowl? First of all, what is your all-time, not the Eagles Super Bowl? No, I'll give you that. My bad. It's still a great game. Is that your all-time Super Bowl?
See, obviously, the Eagles won, but
Yeah.
if you go like enjoyable, really enjoyable,
Right.
Even though we lost last year, was fun. Last year's Super Bowl was very fun. It was high scoring, but defense matters when it mattered, and
Right.
it wasn't a blowout, which is good because you get these games and you like Tampa Bay versus Chiefs. That was a blowout.
Right.
But no, that was a fun game. But obviously, Eagles winning.
A little better.
Yeah, a little. You had the Philly special in it.
Right.
You had those points. You had sacks. It was a great one.
I think if I had to go with an all-time, besides the Saints winning,
Of course,
obviously,
yeah.
I'm not going to go to the Saints route. That is my all-time favorite. But if I exclude New Orleans Saints, that is that's a good one, though. I don't really know.
I know what it is.
What is it?
2083.
Oh, no. I mean, no, because I hate the Patriots, too.
Oh.
So, I mean, the Falcons, I hate them the most. But the Patriots still winning, like, damn it. You know, but I also didn't want the Falcons to win either. So I was like, that was like my worst one. It was like, damn if I do, damn if I don't. Is Tom Brady going to win it all? Or the freaking Falcons my worst, my rival? So I was like, God dog it, but I guess I gotta go with Tom Brady to win it again. I can't have Atlanta have it over our heads, We're tied at 1 now, We won 1, you guys won 1. That's a tough question. I don't know why I asked that because I have no clue my answer is besides the Saints and the Colts game. I'm probably gonna go with it. Would have been the Eagles.
Yeah.
Over the Patriots.
Eagles,
that was a fun game, and it was the underdog story, Nick Foles, and so I'll have to go with that as well. Honestly, off the top of my head.
No, that's fair. No, it makes sense. It was just like, because no matter what the results, you want a fun game. Obviously, high scoring for most people is a fun game. So this game was
all the crazy going on with the number 1 or number 2 defense, and I guess not in the top 10. They were right top 10 defense, right? So, but before we get into everything, y'all, let's give a shout to everyone in the chat right now, man. I got Daniel McKeon showing love. What's up, Daniel? Good to see you, man. We got Travis 303, obviously in the building.
Yeah, oh my God.
So, who knew being in the building was so much fun? Yes, sir. Daniel Barry Sports Highlight says, yo, what's up, Daniel? I got my good friend Clint Lloyd. Says, word is in the building. What's up, Clint? You guys are awesome, man. MCAS what's up, Carlos and PJ? We got TJ in the building, man. PJ is gonna take another day off, y'all. She's chilling. And then we got Sticks of Maze. I have seen every Super Bowl. Really? All 58?
Yeah.
Man, congrats, brother. What was your first Super Bowl you ever watched? Like you ever watched on accident or?
Oh gosh, you're asking a memory that's been shot to bits due to
a lot of drinking.
Yeah.
A lot of alcohol.
I think.
Like or accident, or you just knew about it. Heard
our first Super Bowl we discovered is when this drinking game started.
Okay.
So it was born from the same thing. I think it was Seahawks versus Broncos. Yeah.
That blowout. Yeah. Good God Almighty.
I think that was it. 'Cause then I remember obviously the Patriots, the Seahawks. Then we had the Broncos versus the Panthers. I remember that, and then obviously the run there. It's more sustained in my mind because we had to change some of the rules because we realised we wanted to live. Right, I want to say this, right. Travis, obviously I had to have Carlos be the first one to get a Sudbury jersey, and now I'm actually in public, I can say where it came from. If you want your own Sudbury Cricket Club jersey, gotta promote. You've got to go to the website css-rugby.co.uk. Weird name. They only do Sudbury gear. They do Sudbury Cricket Club, Sudbury Rugby Club, Sudbury Hockey Club. And
I got all that?
Yeah, look, so you got the cricket club there, you got the rugby club there.
Since 1787.
Yeah, you got I don't know what Try Sudbury is. Never heard of that before.
They're asking the question. Can you please try Sudbury because we're not that good right now. Just try us.
Just try us.
Please try us.
Just try us. It's rowing. Of course it'd be rowing. We're on a river. Makes sense. We've got literally a row club.
Oh my goodness. Yo, hey, Travis, hit my email up, bro. I seen the link in the email.
Yeah.
Hit my email up, phoenixomegaera@gmail.com. And we'll get the link to there, man.
So I know you were asking for it a while ago, and I wasn't a mod, so I couldn't put it in the chat. But that's where you get it. I've got obviously the Sudbury Cricket Club hat, and now you've got the jersey.
I feel good with this, and it's great texture too, Travis. I like the slickness of it. I see why cricket players, they just look so fly because they're wearing fly gear, so I get that. I get it all the way. Ron definitely says hi. What's up, Ron?
What's up, Rob?
Good to see you, man. PJ is not here, by the way, Ron, so just in case you were wondering, PJ is not here right now. She's relaxing. I got John Clement saying, yo, TJ and Los together. That's right, week number 2. It's back-to-back weeks now, y'all.
Yep.
We've been together on this. I think the first Super Bowl I ever seen, my memory that I know was Steelers versus Cowboys, 1995.
Oh, crikey.
And here's the sad part.
You saw I had to see the win.
I was rooting for Cowboys. And here's why.
It was great having the show.
Wait, go back. No, let's check this out though. I didn't know no better. I was a little pup, man. So it was funny. I should have. Now that I think about it, so my dad had all his friends come over to this party, Super Party, and everyone was going for the Steelers. Everyone. I had but I felt so bad for this one guy going for the Cowboys, and I was like, I'm gonna be that one guy because I'm gonna help him out. So I'm going Cowboys too. Yeah, go Cowboys. Little did I freaking know. Little did I know that's my second arch rival.
Were you in Alaska for that?
I was in Alaska for that. Yep. I was in Alaska. Matter of fact, I had my first ever taste of moose meat.
Moose meat?
Yeah, they eat moose like that too. Yeah. Never had it again, so it must not be that good. Usually I'll go, that's good. Can I have some more? I didn't have a second bite of that, so. Let's go. Travis says, this may not count, but my all-time favorite Super Bowl honestly was the Giants-Bills 2019 game. It was great, but also it was the first I paid attention to. Watching with Dad was great. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. Let me know in the chat, y'all. What was your all-time favorite Super Bowl? I don't care what team it is. I don't care what year it is. What is your all-time favorite Super Bowl matchup? So let me know in the chat, y'all. Keep that rocking and rolling. I said moose meat is okay at best. Yeah, I had it.
It's tough, surely.
I don't remember it. I was young. I was 7 years old when I had it, and I don't know. But yeah, we ate moose meat out there. Obviously, there was a bunch of moose walking around, and some got chopped up and served on a platter.
Is that the weirdest thing you've eaten? Like moose meat animal-wise? I was gonna say, if you're vegetarian.
Oh,
this is the worst conversation
from Louisiana.
Oh yeah.
I think the weirdest thing I ate, cow tongue.
Cow tongue.
Cow tongue. And it said I would have ate more of it, but when I saw it being cooked, it was actual cow's tongue. I like you could have like chopped it up in the meat already.
Yeah, just diced it.
Avis Sky, no mail. Oh, I got generic ball, Mrs. Hope on the well. What up, Carlos and TJ? That's fine. She comes in.
Sorry.
Mikey O said, what up, y'all? I'm listening at work. Yes, sir. Mikey O, what's good, man? What is good? He said Tom got COVID. Yes, he did. Tom got COVID, man. So, hey.
Hopefully he recovers well.
Yeah.
I know it got bad at some point last night, but apparently he's on the mend. So.
Yeah. He said it may not count because it really wasn't about the game. It was just one I had to follow for other reasons.
That's fine.
Yeah, hey. Whatever is your favorite Super Bowl moment or game, let us know in the chat, man. Yeah. Samuel's in the building. Says hi, Carlos and TJ.
What's up, Samuel?
What's up, Samuel? Good to see you, my guy. Yes, sir. But yeah, I want to say obviously my memorable was my Saints, his Eagles. Cool. So yeah. I mean, that you know.
We've only got one Super Bowl between, two Super Bowls.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Big, you better. I was like, yo, I'm good with my one Super Bowl. I don't need another one. And then I lied to myself. I said, oh, I got to get at least 2 more before I die.
Yeah, it's like,
I need at least 3 before I die. I got to have 3.
That's all I want. Now I want more.
Right. I need at least 3 Super Bowls now for me as a Saints fan. I got to get one.
You've got to come in like, you want the Super Bowl, but when you realise that's not going to happen this year, your only other one is the other teams don't get it. You know,
right?
It's happy like people are starting to hate on the KC like they hated on the Patriots.
Yeah,
understandable. They've got success. I really don't care as long as it's not the Cowboys and the Niners winning it. Like that's fine.
As far as the reason why I didn't like the Patriots so much because all the freaking scandals is coming out.
Yeah.
No, not in the Deflategate. Probably the worst one was the Deflategate, but the main one was Spygate.
Oh, Spygate.
No, because that was the one. Yeah, they like you cheated in the. Our Sean Payton got booted out for hitting folks too hard. Bountygate. But then you guys cheat to win the Super Bowl, and Bill Belichick gets like $100,000 fine or something like that. Yeah, I was like, what? But our head coach gets booted for a whole year, and that was when the hatred started. Mind you, the Patriots already won like 3 Super Bowls already. I didn't care. I was happy for them. But then after that, I was like, oh hell no.
Done.
Johnson's favorite Super Bowl was the first Chiefs Niners 4 years ago. I was afraid my oldest daughter's first word was gonna be the F-bomb. What, fudge cake?
Fudge cake, yeah.
What the fudge cake?
I'm not gonna lie, if she did say your first was the F-bomb, as long as it's to the other team.
Right.
If it was, like, you're not meant to say that, but congratulations.
She was at F the 49ers. Oh, wait. I mean, yeah, but wait. Wait. But yeah, welcome to Tuesday with TJ, y'all. Episode 26. This is once again our Super Bowl 58 recap. The Chiefs beat the Niners by a score of 25-22 in overtime. Only the second overtime game in Super Bowl history.
Really?
Yeah.
So what?
Hold on. I'm good, I think. The first one was the Falcons and the Patriots.
2083, yeah. And then also
Yeah.
this one. I'm shocked about that. There's another one.
That was it though. That was it. And we had the potential. Bills had a chance to tie against somebody a long time ago.
Was it wide right? Was it?
No, that was to win the game.
Oh.
My bad. No, that was the 2019 game
Did you right? Bills. The Bills media must hate the Bills themselves.
Why?
Did you see the promotional for this next season? It's the stadium. It's Josh Allen, like the players, like all facing towards the Superdome, and it's like this season starts now. But they didn't center the Super Bowl, the Lombardi Trophy. They put it to the right.
Oh Lord!
So it's just like, why put it wide right?
Oh my goodness!
Why do that? Like whoever did the promotional.
Sticks makes it the first Super Bowl was on 2 channels. CBS was the NFL and AFL, and each of them had. Oh, you put the rest. Okay, we'll find out. All right, y'all. Let's get to the game though. Let's get to the game. Now that I'm done choking on myself. I don't mind. I was about to die for a second. I was choking on myself. Here we go.
Let's go.
Chiefs win 25-22 in overtime. Only the second overtime game in NFL history.
Yep.
Super Bowl history, excuse me. And it was amazing. Scale 1 to 10, what do you rate the game?
I said a solid 7.
Solid
7.
I'm going with a 9. It was awesome. It had everything that I wanted. But
Enough punts, confrontation on the sidelines, deep balls, fumbles, interceptions. Yeah, all right.
let's
Block
start.
punts.
Yeah, man. What? Let's start off first quarter style. First quarter. All right.
Okay.
So obviously slow start to the game. But when they say slow start, I mean both defenses were really. I don't like when people say it was ugly to watch. I'm like, no, it's called two defenses really playing freaking good.
Yeah.
And of course, Super Bowl, the nerves coming in. Both teams start off sluggish. But at the end of the day, it got popping in the second half. But that first quarter, why do you think for sure the slow start by both teams? Was it a scheme, nerves?
I think it was scheming. I think it was obviously the first 15 plays are normally scripted, aren't they?
Yes.
On both sides. So
Give or take, yeah.
Give or take. So normally, like, Kansas City knew that the Niners were going to come out and run the ball.
Yes.
They knew that. And obviously, to start with, they couldn't stop that at all. Like, the Niners were carving up the KC, and people were like, it's going to be a bad game for KC. And obviously, then he fumbled the ball, which is devastating. He's not done that for ages.
Man.
Talk about a momentum killer. And obviously, that allowed KC to get the ball, but they couldn't do anything with it because they obviously want to take advantage of the situation. Know those. They're also doing weird plays, which is, I think KC tried to outsmart themselves. You know what I mean?
What play you talking about? What plays?
Well, like, if you've got Pat Mahomes, sure you want to go deep in the field, not to the sideline to then go deep.
Right.
Those sort of, cause they tried that like 6 or 7 times to start the game, and why would you do that? You've got Pat Mahomes, and they weren't using Travis, obviously, and the Niners were all over that. It's just their defense just reading what they were doing and completely smothering it.
I'm a big fan of, especially these Chiefs teams.
Yeah.
In this particular Super Bowl, right? How does these teams start off?
Yeah.
And you're right. As far as the Niners, that first drive, it was run McCaffrey left, run right, run the middle, and he was looking good doing it.
Yeah.
And then the whole fumble. And I'm not worried about what the Chiefs would do after that fumble. I'm worried about how does that affect the 49ers and their style. Now, good thing for them, the Chiefs didn't score at all. So the game plan was still there.
Yeah.
Fortunate because if the Chiefs would have scored a touchdown on that drive, made it 7-0 early, that could have changed the whole.
Oh, definitely.
Right. We seen the Buffalo go through that. We seen the Ravens go through that. Right, but that fumble was huge because any bit of momentum you had
just gone.
It wasn't really gone, but any momentum that you really were trying to get, albeit they got it back.
True.
But that 7-0 right there could have really changed things because now the script is there. The writing's on the wall. We gotta run the freaking ball, and we do it with the best running back every single time.
Yes.
We're gonna score a touchdown. They did not on that drive. It took them a while to score. Matter of fact, a touchdown. Both teams did.
Yeah, it took a trick play to do it.
A trick play to do it.
It just seems how on it those defenses were. They were familiar. They had clearly familiarized themselves with their both offenses, and they were like, "No, we're not going to give you anything." And I don't know if this was bleed over from the last Super Bowl, but they hated it. They was vicious. Like obviously a bit later in the game, that clothesline,
that was awesome.
Dragged down. It's like,
that was awesome.
All right, calm down.
AEW, WWE style, man.
Yeah.
Just clothesline guys.
But no, it was fun. Like the defense was all that first quarter, even first half.
Yeah,
they weren't giving anything. They weren't allowing movement.
Were you surprised at the Niners defense how good they were? I was surprised at the back end.
Yeah.
I saw Mahomes probably pump fake. It felt like every time he was throwing the ball, it was a pump fake because he wouldn't throw it there, but it was tight coverage. No, I'll bring it back. And it was like one and done, and he had to run for it, get sacked or get a 1 or 2 yard carry, especially on like third downs. How surprised me that the Niners defense were very stout at the beginning of the game.
I am shocked that their secondary was playing that type of coverage. Normally, Pat Mahomes pump fakes. Everyone goes to where he pump fakes, allowing MVS or Pacheco to get open or whatever. But they were just so tight, not allowing and not being fooled by those pump fakes, and then that gives enough time for that vicious front to get into Pat Mahomes. Like Chase Young was having a fantastic game. Phenomenal game. And like Pat Mahomes was splitting. That's the weird thing with Pat Mahomes. We've seen it during the Buccaneers. When he runs around, he's deadly. You need to keep him in the pocket so he can't extend and then get to him. That's how you kind of beat Pat Mahomes, is keeping him in the pocket.
And I think Pat Mahomes himself was a little nervous. Honestly, he had no issue going out to his right, like quickly, more than normal. He would probably he's Pat Mahomes. Raise that field in the pocket, and then no one's open. Let me go around. It was almost like first read, maybe second read. I'm going outside, but more like Lamar Jackson style, right? In my opinion, and I felt like he was a tad bit nervous to begin the game because I saw him leak out to that right quicker than usual that he always did. Now, I want to say shout out to the Niners defense. But let's keep it real. That Chiefs offense is not great. You have a great quarterback.
You got a great quarterback.
A great tight end, and a really good running back.
But they had lost a tackle to me.
Yes.
He was out. He's been shoved on IR. Obviously, the wide receivers are known to having a drop problem. Their main wide receiver, Rashid Rice, is a rookie.
Rice is a rookie, yes.
Yeah, Rashid Rice is a rookie.
Yeah.
And Pat Mahomes, obviously, Travis is his number one target. Rice is his... I say it's third because then it's Pacheco. And Pacheco's only in his second year.
Yep.
So...
Got a young team, though.
Very young team. So, obviously, you've got this team that's young, needs to develop, but they also now have... These young lads have 2 Super Bowl rings. Tony has 2 Super Bowl rings, and he was a healthy scratch.
Healthy scratch.
What are the odds? Obviously, ifs and buts, don't know. If they had lost that Super Bowl... Tony would be on Instagram saying, well, if you had me on the field, it wouldn't have been you're on a team desperate for weapons and you're the healthy scratch, surely you look in the mirror and go, ooh, something's wrong.
Yeah, for real. I got Andrew says, yo, what's up, Carlos and PJ? We got TJ in the building today. PJ is gone right now. She's on sabbatical right now.
What we've done is swap. She's gone to the UK. And I'll come in.
But the first quarter was 0-0, right? It was Like
sure, yeah.
both defenses came to play in this game, and yes, you can probably call it nerves on both sides. But I felt like Brock Purdy had a great first half.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy had a great. I mean, he started off very hot in that game. Just unfortunate that on their third downs, they go 3 for 12 third down conversions, and you're not going to do anything if you're going 3 for 12 on third down conversions, right? They would have success on first and second down, got to third down, and that's where the Chiefs really stepped the game up. Mm-hmm. A lot of bend but not breaking for the Niners defense. The Chiefs, for the Chiefs defense, a lot of bend but don't break.
Yeah.
The Niners defense is flat out played well in that first half.
Straight up.
Right. Well, so that's all we have for the first quarter. Defensive minded, but you kind of know that 2 weeks to prepare.
Yeah.
Right? Both teams have enough time to prepare.
Like I said, there's history on this team. But a lot of that, fair enough, there are new pieces on the teams. Like Brock Purdy and all that. But most of them were in that Super Bowl, so you do have that hatred and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, no,
so
nothing.
We get to the second quarter and still kind of the same, but Purdy is still making plays, though.
Yes.
How do you feel about Purdy's performance in this? Because before we really dive deep into it, did this performance move the needle forward, backward, or did he just stay the same neutral with Purdy?
I'd say still where he was.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it was he was fantastic in the regular season. Can't fault him.
Yeah.
Obviously had a couple lost games, whatever. But during this playoff run, he's made a couple mistakes. He's had a couple misreads.
Yes.
A couple overthrows and all that. And I felt like it was that same sort of performance. Like, yeah, he dotted people up and got the ball where it sometimes needed to. But there were a lot of also misreads. Mm-hmm. I know you can't, well, that's just armchair quarterbacking, if you know what I mean. Like, looking back at the tape and going, well, technically you had that guy 50 yards down the field if he had thrown the ball. You can't do that. But there was still like, maybe the lights got a bit too much, but you can't say that because he's been very well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say he had an okay performance. It wasn't mind-blowing, where I think Pat Mahomes had a great performance, especially him taking advantage of the run game, which he does in crucial situations. And Purdy really didn't. He ran like once maybe?
Once, he ran... I think one time he got like negative yards running. Or he probably, And one time he probably got a few yards running as well, 4 or 5 yards, something like that, like early in the game. I could be wrong though. But
he ran 3 times for 12 yards.
Okay, yeah.
But like, we saw him take advantage of his legs in the Detroit game.
Yes.
And that just wasn't there. It just sort of like an element was missing.
Well, I give credit to where the Niners took advantage of the Chiefs. The Chiefs were playing pretty much stagnant defense. Pretty much it was a regular 4-3 kind of thing going on. No blitzing. They hardly blitzed. You saw in that second half where things changed. And that's a shout out to Spagnolia. Yeah. Spagnolia said, you know what? We're going to go after this kid because we can't sit back and let him dot us up, right? Yeah. For what it was. Purdy, I think he didn't move the needle for me.
No.
Forward or backwards. He kind of stayed the same as well. But in my opinion, with this group that he has, he is a top 10 quarterback, which says a lot, in today's NFL. He's a top 10 quarterback in my opinion. And to come out there with that, the way he played in the first half, I was very, very happy for him. Mm-hmm. Because I thought if he continues this trend, I want to be MVP.
Yeah.
To shut a lot of haters up. But obviously that didn't happen. We'll talk about that in a minute. But as far as that second quarter, no scores. If I get a field goal, and that's one of those third downs. It's 3rd and 4, I think, 3rd and 5, and it got tipped or whatever, incomplete, and another third down gone. Kick a field goal. Chiefs still don't score yet, and here comes Niners now, and they scored the first touchdown via a trick play.
Oh yeah.
Jawan Jennings, who almost would have won MVP maybe with a few more catches, a few more yards, if things went his way. That play was
fun.
How did that play get so open? Because I could have sworn it was blown up. Looking at it, I'm like, oh, they're about to blow this up because it was so slow, and I thought that you could have time to recover. And then the greatest McCaffrey, he gets that football and he explodes, man.
One missed tackle and just gone. And no, I agree. And McCaffrey, going back to Purdy for a bit, in the interview he was saying he was expecting a lot more zone reads, zone coverages, and they were for that first half was just man. They
Right,
didn't. It was just man, and apparently threw him off a bit. He wasn't expecting that much man to start the game because normally they do the zone. So it's something that was thrown at him that he didn't expect. So, but no, yeah, that trick play was fun because at the start of it, you're just like, oh, this is going for negative yards because all of the KC was over by Jennings.
Yeah.
All of it, and you're like, oh, okay, weird play. It's not going to go anywhere. And then when he threw back to McCaffrey, it's just like, oh no.
And the floodgates is freaking open. I was like, in real time, I was like, in my mind, I was get ready to call, like, oh, the Chiefs got it. Oh, no, McCaffrey, gone, touchdown.
Gone.
10-0, just where the Chiefs wanted them at.
Yes.
And it's the third straight Super Bowl now that the Chiefs have come back down 10, 2-10. The first time to the Niners in 19. Last year to the Eagles.
Yeah, that's
and then that Super Bowl. And then this year down 10-0 as well. So it's almost like they don't even get started till they're down by 10 points.
Yeah. It was like when they were down by 10. Niners knew they weren't safe.
Right.
I knew they weren't
No
safe.
one knew.
No one.
Yeah,
And
no
it's
one.
just like, oh, they're down by 10. Cool. Yeah, that's not worried.
All right, y'all trying to stretch out now. It's time to play. Yeah. Down by 10 now. Yeah. I thought it was huge, though, for Kansas to score some points.
Yeah, it needed something.
They kicked that field goal at the end.
Because that's what it was. It was 10-3, wasn't it?
And we had no clue when it was 10-3 that we'd see about 20 more field goals in this game. We had no clue about that.
It was
Mind you guys, there's only 3 touchdowns all game, right?
Yeah.
Your score is 25-22. Only 3 total touchdowns in this game. It was all field goals.
It was quite funny. Obviously, last week we were joking about special teams. Like, we're not going to see the punter. We're not going to see... we don't even know the punter's name. Well, they got worked.
They did, and they did a great job,
They
too.
did good, yeah.
Hey, call it what you want. Special teams played a big role. We'll talk about that in a minute. But special teams did play a big role in this game, for the good and for bad. But as far as your punters and your kickers went...
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong except for the missed PAT.
But I wouldn't say that's the kicker's fault.
That was his fault. It was a line drive.
How was it?
Line drive. Yeah, even the special teams expert came on and talked to Tony and them.
Yeah.
And he said it was Jay Feely.
Okay.
And he said it was a low kick. He said that's on the kicker.
But if you think about it, Hutko, is that the KC kicker?
Harrison Bucker.
Butker, yeah. His field goal, I think his the halftime field goal. The hands were around. He went through a window like that.
Yeah.
It was the perfect
That was 57 yards, right?
Yeah,
the
55, yeah,
but
broke the record.
That had to be a line drive because, first of all, the snap was high.
Yes.
So he paused. It was crazy. He paused for like a split second. The reason why it became a line drive, I thought it was short, honestly.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, I thought it was going to fall before the uprights. But it went through 57 yards. I tell you what a weapon he was. On my show, As NFL Turns, we had our pregame show Sunday, and we talked about special teams. And I said, look, Bucker's been there, done that.
Yep.
He hasn't missed a single kick in the postseason history, I believe, right? Or the Super Bowl history.
No, he had a perfect season.
Yeah.
So he didn't miss a single kick, single PAT, nothing. And that happened all postseason. Obviously now has the longest kick.
So after Moody had kicked his 55-yarder to go 3-0, that was tied for the record. Yeah. And then here comes Bucker right before the half ends, a 57-yarder, and they needed all of that.
Yeah.
But going in 10-3 feels a lot better than 10-0.
Yeah.
Right? And 10-3 at halftime, yes, that was the halftime score, 10-3.
Weird.
You know, here comes Usher. Hey, caught up. Hey, caught up. Anyways,
Did you enjoy our show?
It was okay. It started out slow, man. It started out slow, and then it got hot towards the end. But by the time it ended, I was just getting into the groove. I'm like, hey, it's over. I just got into it, man. So it was okay. It wasn't. But today's it's hard to beat Michael Jackson, 1993.
Because he just stood there for 6
minutes. And people just went crazy.
They were eating each other live.
So you can't top, but you shouldn't want to top that because that's just difficult to top that at all. So it was, for what it was good. I enjoyed it. Obviously, I'm more of a sports guy. I can care less about halftime performances. I wish they just go to normal halftime, but I know you're not ever going to do that. I'm so sports heavy. Just give me my sports. I don't care about that. Whatever. That's how it goes, man.
Just give me my 2 old men sitting in the ring.
But special teams was huge in this game, though.
Massive.
Punts. We had excellent punts.
Yes.
We had a lot of time where the Chiefs started off from their own 1. They had to start from their own 9-yard line.
Yeah.
The Niners, same thing from their own 9 or 11.
Their coverage was really good. The moment they didn't go for a fair catch, they couldn't move at all.
And you could tell in this game, special teams throughout the weeks, they were coached hard.
Oh, yeah.
That's one thing that was actually coached. That's why I said I wasn't coached. But they coached special teams hard for both teams. And you can tell, it's a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So you want to be exactly perfect on everything, not just offense and defense, but special teams, which Travis says having a good punter is so underappreciated. It is. It is. But having a good special teams is very underappreciated.
Look at last year.
Else that we want to give love to in that first half.
Not love, just the words. Obviously, first half we had the interaction between Kelsey
because
and Reeves.
the Chiefs were going down and to score after that big play. To Miko Hardman. Yeah. And then the next play, Pacheco fumbles. What do you think about Travis Kelsey bumping good old Andy Reid, the ex-Eagle?
One, it was slow-mode. 2, it was clearly the way it was angled, the way I'm talking about it, it was overblown. You can't do that. Understandably, you can't do that. But their relationship is so different. It wasn't him screaming, throwing punches. It was, I need to talk to my coach. Yes, he was heated at the time. They'd just lost the ball. They'd lost their best opportunity at the moment to score because they hadn't done nothing. And he got a bit physical.
Is it a big deal, small deal, or no deal at all?
I don't think it's a no deal at all.
I agree. No. Because of the dynamic between the coach and the player. We seen Andy Reid bump Kelsey a few months ago, matter of fact, on one of those primetime games. He bumped hey man, get your ish together, let's go. Now, Kelsey, I can't wait to see New Heights and
that's gonna be
tomorrow morning to see his I didn't mean to bump him that hard, or he'll say something. Yeah. But at the same time, I think it's no big deal because of the relationship they already have. 1, it's a Super Bowl 2.
Yeah.
It's do or die. If this is week 1, we got a problem.
Yeah.
Week 1. This is the Super Bowl. For folks online, social media saying, if I was Andy Reid, Travis Kelsey he'll be bitch for the rest of the game.
Yeah, no.
Stop now, Bill BS. Even Andy Reid, his post game, he was like,
it's nothing.
I loved it. I want my guys to it's the Super Bowl. And he felt like he got on the bench for one play.
Yeah.
And we had a fumble, and he felt like he should be in every single play.
Yep. And Travis has always had this little bit of I wouldn't say hot-headedness, just right up for the head. He got ejected because he threw a flag back at the refs. This is Travis Kelsey. He always takes responsibility. It's not like he was like, no, it should have been me. He's like, I should be a better leader, blah, blah. It's just moment of the game and all that kind of stuff. Andy Reid understands. Travis understands where he went wrong, but obviously people are like, all Swifties have been like, oh my god, if they got an argument. He's gonna, no, you don't, that's not him. Even after the game, like I said, I tell him how much I love him, but it was just like, why am I on the bench?
Come on.
Don't bench me. I am one of
Now, my thing is, it was still a running back fumble.
Yeah.
So it had nothing to do with the maybe the blocking wasn't as good.
He's not a good blocker.
Kelsey's not a great blocker. I mean, he's decent. Actually, he does try. But maybe he feels like if I was in that play, the blocker would have been semi-better to where he would have to bounce outside. Yeah. I don't know. But there's a lot to go into that. But, hey, it is what it is. But my thing is, coach good with it. Yeah. Player good with it. Even if they would have lost, I think they both would have said the same thing. We're good. No, whatever. But thank God they won, so it kind of like...
Yeah, it was also a continued... It was a couple words. It was because it was slowed down and it looked physical.
Right.
That's why. If Travis Kelsey went up and screamed in Andy Reid's face, it wouldn't be as big as a deal, but because Andy Reid was looking in the direction and he physically moved...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, look, for the Super Bowl, I'm fine with that. Playoffs, I'm fine with that. As far as a regular season... Yeah, that's not a good look. But this is why I'm like, no, dude, we got one damn game, right? So
and he had to impress someone. We all know.
Right, he had to impress old Taylor Swifty. You know what I'm saying? Hey, coach, My girl watching me now.
Yeah,
Come on up.
She won a Grammy.
She want to grab me. I need to win me a little something too now.
Or maybe he's like, I don't want to have to pay for a ring. Give me a ring.
Yeah, so I don't. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So I got Alex on YouTube. Well, one says, "Hi, what's up, Alex? Good to see you, man." And yeah, well, I'm not saying that Kelsey's a great blocker. No, he's not. No. I'm just saying maybe he felt like things would have been different on that one play. I don't know. I'm trying to give an excuse for Kelsey.
I think there was actually a segment on the New Heights podcast where he was meant to block a player. He failed to block, and the player he was meant to block punched out the ball for Pacheco.
Oh, Lord.
So it's like, I owe Pacheco like a new car.
so I'm saying, but I can't wait till tomorrow to hear his explanation of what happened.
Yeah.
Or why was he so mad? Because it was a running play. If it was a pass play, I get it.
Yeah.
Don't you dare pass that ball, and I'm on the sideline.
Yeah.
Do not do that. I can understand the frustration of that, but it's a running play. It just had to be a fumble. So, yeah, the frustrations. But I don't mind that. Like I said, coach good, player good. We all good. I think, oh my God, bitch him. Someone said, our kids are watching Super Bowl. Why aren't, that's bad sportsmanship. Hey, forget you and them kids. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody worry about you and them kids.
Yeah, no, it's, like I said, you can't be that. And when people get clotheslined, can't do that, it's too physical. A guy was dragged down by his neck. Like, come on, where's the
Come on, man. So, like, oh my God, kids are watching. I would do that to your coach. Hey, shut up. You hit them kids, get out of here. Come on, man. It's a man sport. We all have emotions. We all have, in a warrior type sport as it is, things like that happen all the time. I think there's a certain time and a place for it. Week 1 through 5 of the NFL season, that's not the time or the place for that, right? No, Super Bowl, hey, anything goes. We had a guy named Chris McCaffrey in this game, touched the ball 30 times, and I felt like that wasn't enough.
It wasn't.
We start off the second half now with the ball, 10-3 to score. Chiefs have a little tiny bit of momentum, but then Mahomes throws the interception. And here is when the game changed for me, right? Here's when the game changed right here. Because the Niners get the ball at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
Yes.
You score a touchdown.
Oh, it's good.
17-3, and now it's very difficult for the Chiefs to come back.
Yeah.
It wasn't even the Chiefs' defense that stopped them. It was the Niners' penalties.
Yeah, that was bad.
It was Niners' penalties, holding calls that brought them back to where they were forced to punt the football, so they hurt themselves.
Wasn't it like first and like 27?
It was like second and 27 at one point, right?
Come on.
So it wasn't the Chiefs' defense, who, by the way, had a great game anyways, but still, that was the turning point for me.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. If the Niners go down there and they score a touchdown, 17-3, game plan is really on the Niners side now. Yeah. And now the Chiefs are really one-dimensional.
No, that's true. That is true. But we also know their coach, who has also blown a bigger lead as an offensive coordinator back in 2016, I believe.
Something like that, yeah.
2016, yeah. So, no, I get it. It was really... But as soon as... I know you touched the ball 30 times. Didn't feel like 30 times.
It didn't. It felt like 20, but
it felt like
30.
The moment that second half started, again, it might be something I put in my body. I don't remember McCaffrey touching the ball, really, in the second half.
There were stints. He had 8 catches. That's probably why.
He had 8 catches.
He had 22 runs, 8 catches. But my thing was, they put too much onus on Purdy to throw that football. A lot of play action when you didn't have to play action at all. Yeah. Like, just run the ball. Yeah. It felt like they were trying to fool the Chiefs with McCaffrey as a weapon. And it's almost like...
They overthought it because the Chiefs defenders came out and said, no, we wanted the ball in McCaffrey's hand. We don't want it to touch McCaffrey. McCaffrey is our... They knew their weaknesses, and they were like, we need to keep the ball in Purdy's hand.
Because if you look at it, 30 touches, but only 150 total yards. That's 3 yards. I mean, that's not a lot of yards per carry, per touch, I mean. Yeah. When you're running and catching.
That's true.
Right? That's 5 yards per touch. But if you look at the whole entire scheme of things, that's not good if it's a run and catching yards per carry or catch. So... Yeah. Not a good stat. I mean, he had the ball, but didn't do a lot of it. Now, credit to the Chiefs in that second half. Defense blitzing.
Yeah, no, Steve Spagnuolo, he's going to be a head coach. So. I know he blew his opportunity.
Yeah, some guys are just good at defensive coordinator.
But if Dan Quinn got a second opportunity,
yeah, that's true too.
Like if Antonio Pierce got a second, but he did prove himself as the Raiders' old.
No, that was Pierce's first time head coach. He was never head coach anywhere.
Really?
Never. Never.
But no, Quinn obviously's got another opportunity. Like, I reckon he's going to get another opportunity coming up. But who knows? Like,
but he has been, I mean...
He's the reason...
When you think Chiefs, you think Mahomes, Kelsey, you
No.
think of Andy Reid, right? You think of that offense. The defense was the reason why they won a lot of games this year.
Ring should be dedicated to them. And that defense.
And Spagnuolo, I mean, he dialed it up in that second half, and it was blitz central. And they were blitzing cornerbacks, blitzing safeties, and it made the young Purdy have to throw the ball inaccurate.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of times, especially deep in that third quarter, early fourth quarter, where guys were open.
Yes.
And he couldn't get it to them because of the pressure. Even had a touchdown to Debo.
Yep.
But Chris Jones in his grill, you know, and he overthrew it. So a lot of that happens, and we'll break it down in a minute. But it's 10-3.
Yep.
The defense for the Chiefs, they're keeping the Chiefs offense in the game.
Yeah.
Because eventually, Mahomes will get some touchdowns.
What was it? They started, I am inevitable. That's Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
He is
Yeah.
inevitable.
Inevitable for real. I got Baloo Spam says, yo, what's up, tough loss, man? This one hurt badly. It's going to take a while to recover, but at the end of the day, we can't change the outcome and have to take it in this loss and recover from it. Hey, you're right about it. Someone had to lose this game, someone had to win. It was two really good teams playing and two teams that played their asses off.
What feels worse, this one or 2019? That's the question. Because
I would say this one because this is our second chance to beat these guys. Like the first one, right? We hadn't seen Niners and Chiefs like ever in the Super Bowl, right? Well, now same team, pretty much same quarterback, same tight end, same coach. All right, we've seen those guys before, but now let's right our wrongs because we have a better squad now, better quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, no, and the same outcome, a loss.
What's quite funny is, did you see the Niners? Not these social media accounts are getting out of control. When the Niners beat the Packers, it was they posted a meme of like them pushing someone in the pool, and it was different quarterback, same result, and that was the meme. The Niners like joking on the Packers.
Yeah.
Well, the Chiefs posted the same meme, but put the Niners in the pool and then pushed them in with the same caption, different quarterback.
Same result. Oh, that's funny. Let's go.
That must burst.
Say mistakes and protection breaking down cost us. Yes, yeah. So we're just talking about the mistakes from Purdy, the underthrows because of the pressure brought in by Spagnuolo's defense in that second half, which really made things change. All right, but check this out. Things are
still in Niners' favor.
Chiefs go and score a field goal. It's 10-6 now.
Yep.
Right. Niners get it. They can't do anything with it.
No.
Chiefs get it back. Can't do nothing with it. And then everything changed on special teams once again.
That was massive.
We get the punt, and Ray McLeod is back there. He's gonna fair catch it.
Yeah.
But it hits off of his own teammate's leg. And in reality, when you first saw it, you couldn't tell.
No.
I knew it hit off somebody.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe it might have been off a Chief guy. But the way that McLeod looked and the way that he went for that ball, I was like, oh,
something's wrong.
That's off of San Francisco.
Yeah.
And he
couldn't catch it even in his hand. So even if he tried to go for it, he would have then obviously instantaneously.
Could not get it. And I know you haven't played any kind of like football.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah. So I have. So for folks to say, it's rigged because the ball McLeod should have got on there. Have you ever had to scramble for a football while knowing that there's a lot of grown people trying to hit you in that ball and your instincts kick in? It is not easy to grab a loose football that's bouncing a different type of ways. So when folks will say he did it on purpose because it's scripted, stop that crap, man.
There's also an element of luck in football.
Right.
Because the Chiefs fumbled again. I think Pacheco fumbled again, and it bounced perfectly into Watson's hands.
Yep. That was the first drive. The first drive of the second half.
So you're telling me that the NFL went to the football, sat it down and goes, so we need you to fumble and bat perfectly to a Chiefs player, otherwise you're getting deflated.
and those are the breaks, though. And it's almost like, well, which team is first big mistake? Well, they were both big mistakes already. And it was on both sides. A lot of fumbles going on. The Chiefs just recovered more fumbles of their own, right?
Well, yeah, here's the thing. If Pat Mahomes also threw an interception.
And an interception, right.
Yeah, Purdy didn't. So if you just sort of take advantage of, okay, well, KC also took advantage of a bad special teams. That can then nullify the interceptions, but the difference is Niners hurt themselves.
Yes,
Chiefs
yes,
took advantage.
you're right. Mahomes throws the interception, Niners go 3 and out.
Yeah.
Right? The Niners, bad punt recovery.
Yeah.
First play.
Done.
First play. Touchdown. Thrown to Valescatting, right? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Touchdown. And Chiefs, all of a sudden, they've been getting, it feels like, and here's what I talk about momentum. Momentum is huge, right? Every game, for the most part, if it's two good teams playing, every game, there's back and forth momentum. The thing is, while you have momentum, how much separation can you get with that momentum?
Yeah.
The Niners were dominating that game in the first half. Halftime scored 10-3.
Yep. They just didn't have enough.
They dominated from start to finish in that first half, excuse me. They dominated, and you're only up by a touchdown.
Yeah.
And that's why, in my mind, I was calling the game, so I can't really brag too much about how I feel was going to happen. But in my mind, I was like, yeah, eventually, Mahomes, inevitable, is going to get on a run and score. You know, what can you do to stop that? Keep that momentum going, but score more points, and they couldn't do it. And I thought, okay, the interception, it's all, they're going to score right here. And here we go. And now how do you keep separation with momentum?
Take advantage of situations, and they couldn't.
And just like that, Chiefs on top 13-10.
Yep.
13-10. After all that, it's like, boy, they have been dominating this game, and all of a sudden the Chiefs are up by 3. It's like, what the fudge kick happened?
Yeah.
But when that happened, let the floodgates of offense start to happen now.
Well, the Niners came back. The Niners took the leads again, but it was then a block punt.
Well, so exactly, they go down the field.
They could have gone up by 4.
Who scored that touchdown? Was Juwan Jennings? Juwan scored a touchdown.
Jennings,
yeah. So Jennings scored a touchdown for the Niners, right? 16-13, and like I said, breaks here and there, TJ.
Yep.
Breaks, like bad breaks, good breaks.
Yep.
The missed extra point by Moody, and it was, according to Jay Feely, it was Moody's fault. So we had a talk on my show as an NFL Turner. Shout out to Dolph 17 and Company for that show that we do every Sunday morning. But we talked about special teams. Who do we trust more? I said let's be honest. When we speak about special teams, it's kickers, right?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the punters had a lot to say so in this game as well. They had a great game. Both punters deserved all the spotlight that they got. I'm happy for them. But when it comes down to Moody, I felt like there's going to be a time, and I hate it was an extra point because he kicked from 53, from 55.
Yeah.
You know, he made those kicks, and they were tough kicks and good kicks. But the extra point, which changed the outcome, because now the Chiefs is a field goal ties the game. Instead of being down by 1, the field goal ties the game. So you missed the extra point, 16-13, and the rest is now almost, as we say, history, because
a couple exchange field goals.
Yes.
And then nothing else really happened except obviously the field goals, and then we've got.
Then we got overtime.
We've got the coins.
But before we get into the overtime part, was there anything that we got to chop down in that fourth quarter, man? Because let's see, who scored at the? Oh, it was Niners up 22-19.
So yeah, so it was a touchdown by Juwan Jennings, 16-13, mixed extra points. Then Bucker had a 24 field goal in the fourth quarter, another field goal by Mooney, and then Bucker equalized with a 29 field goal.
All right.
With 3 seconds left.
So it was pretty much 19-16, but it's crazy. There was 6 seconds left, and the Chiefs elected a kick.
I was shocked about that.
I was shocked too. I thought they were doing one more fade route
because they were close
to Kelsey. Like a fade route takes off 3 seconds, maybe 4 at the most.
Yeah.
But of course, You don't want to take the chance of an interception. The ball game's over with.
Don't want to risk
But
it.
I really thought they would go with a safe throw out the end zone in the corner. Only your man can get it, if not out of bounds. Yeah. But they let them go for the field, and I was very shocked on that one.
There was something, actually, I do have to say, was different between the AFC Championship and the Super Bowl was Andy Reid's sort of opinion. Like, in the AFC Championship, he was going for every fourth down.
Yeah.
Didn't matter where it was, you're going for it. And obviously, they didn't use Kelsey at all in the first half. Obviously, they would have gotten going in the second half. Do you think that him watching that first couple drives and seeing how vicious that Niners defense is just immediately went, no, I'm not going for fourth down. Like, he just like, I can't risk, can't risk going for fourth down at all. Because like I said, in the AFC Championship game, he was going constantly.
Yeah. But as a credit to Reid, though, because Reid, this is a Dan Campbell situation where Dan Campbell's like, I'm all in.
Yeah.
No matter what, I'm always all in going for it on fourth or whatever I got to do. Reid understood the situation. Yeah. We're the road team. Yeah. We're the underdogs on the road against Baltimore. We can do that kind of stuff because we're not supposed to quote unquote win anyways, right? As far as this game, tight game, neutral site game. Yeah. You don't want to give out any momentum to this team because the defense is playing very well.
You say neutral according to good old Tom.
Probably a lot more Niners.
A lot more.
Yeah, I mean it's Vegas, so
apparently, when that field goal went up to overtime, just silent. Like the Niners just knew.
It was silent,
huh?
Yeah. Also, breakdown on a lot of fourth downs at the end though for Mahomes and company. That last drive to tie, not the overtime drive, but the last drive to tie the game. We have never seen Mahomes in a read option.
No,
like not at all this year. They are the worst team in my opinion. Ever since Mahomes messed his knee up sneaking a couple of years ago, he refuses to do a quarterback sneak, and I can't blame the guy.
I was gonna say, you're like your knee.
I can't blame the guy. You know, I really can't. I can't blame him though. But 4th and 1 and 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, 4th, I kind of cringe when I watch the Chiefs offense because it's almost like, guys, what can we do? We can't sneak it because we don't want to sneak it. Our running backs, although Pacheco's physical, he's still slight.
Yeah.
Same as Evans-Alaire, slight running back. So we don't have a power running back. And then we don't want to get too cute. Reverses or tight end push. You don't want to get like that. We got real fan sports in the building. Says, whoa, that's sick. Y'all are meeting in person.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a mirage. He's not actually
a hologram.
You know. Hologram, yeah.
Budget for this thing.
2024 technology is crazy absurd.
CGI Avengers who, right?
No, we are in person though, for real though. We are, man. So it's my guy. This is actually 2 weeks in a row now. Zach and nonfiction. It's 2 weeks in a row. So this is the last one though. There won't be 3 weeks in a row. Unfortunately, the last one.
Back in grade. Unless I refuse to go.
Oh my goodness. But yeah. So we're here though. But Mahomes on the read option.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was gutsy.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. Mahomes is a good running quarterback.
He
great running quarterback.
He like I said, his normal scrabbling is to throw the ball further down. Well, obviously Lamar's normally right to think.
Right.
But there always has that element in the back pocket, and obviously it does come up late in the game, where you can just let Pat Mahomes run.
Yo, we got a Dixon Way raid. The Dixon Way in the building showing up. What's up, man? My boy Larry's in the building. What's good? We got Polly Rubin says Dixon Way raid. The Dixon Way says the Dixon Way raid showing love. Yes, sir. Hawkins says Dixon Way raid. Yo, big shout out to Larry and the Dixon Way and the whole entire community for the Dixon Way. They're an awesome channel. They do mad Georgia sports from Bulldogs, Hawks to Braves, baseball, obviously, you guys. And much love to my guy Larry, man, and his entire channel. And I see you getting those subscribers, man. Keep grinding, bro. Keep grinding. Here's about, 200, 400, 500,000 more, man. A million more.
Nice.
How about that, brother? That's good, man. Christian Ann says, y'all look great. Happy Mardi Gras to all. Happy Mardi Gras. That's right. You can tell she's from Louisiana.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Let's go. Says TJ is the new Tupac. Says, let's go. Holograms, right? But yeah. So I was what are you gonna do? You can't because they do suck on third and shorts. Like I formation running it right, they get stuck all the time. Like at least 7 times out of 10 they get stopped. You can't tush push because Pat Mahomes says hell no. You can't go cute with a reverse or with a someone come from the edge and in the round. You can't do that. Not that moment. No. Quick pass is like because they're not as deep. But they went the best route though, the read option. Because Pat Mahomes is a sneaky, really good fast quarterback. Very sneaky.
He was getting 20 yards untouched.
And he's 5 yards. That play he ran was like maybe 8 yards. Because the 20 yard was in overtime. Right. So this one was like 8 yards. But that got them for a chance to tie the game up. Because if they missed it, game was over with. It was like 40-something seconds left, I believe.
But then you also have a kicker who's been perfect.
Right. Because they had from their own, the Niners 43 at the time. And that was a 61-yarder. And you didn't want to count on that for a game time field goal. Ooh. So when they got that read option, like 7-8 yards from that first down, it put them in a great position to tie the game, and which he did. That was from.
Well, that field it was 24.
No. Was it 24?
So yeah.
At the end, at the end. What was the one before that?
The
one before that was what?
24.
24. Okay.
Yeah. So
his big ones was early then.
Yeah, 57 was in the third quarter, and it was 28 just before second.
Oh, so he only had one big one. Okay.
One big one. The rest were pretty manageable, but that's their offense getting into situations.
Travis says, TJ, remind me if you see this. This is more for the end of the stream, but I have a frivolous question for you. Good. All right.
I'll remember that.
Let's go, y'all. Hit that raid link from Dan McKean, y'all. Hit that raid link, man. Show some love, y'all.
Indeed.
Show some freaking love, y'all. Hit that raid link for your boy, man. All right.
There was also a philosophy shift, and it definitely happened in overtime for the Niners.
Okay.
I think it did start to happen at the end of the fourth quarter.
What's that?
They started blitzing Mahomes a lot. The Niners definitely and you can't blitz Mahomes. You cannot blitz Mahomes.
I mean, you can't. We just because Mahomes is the absolute best at the blitz, but I get why.
Well, they got desperate.
And you want the ball out quick.
But the moment they started to, it might have just been, it's like, oh, so they are just grasping for straws. They realised, I think they did do it in the fourth quarter because they obviously didn't want him to score. They were like, we can't let Pat Mahomes touch the ball.
Yeah.
And after that, they were like, they just had no answer. And it obviously happened in overtime. And do you want to get down to that decision?
Let's go, y'all. So after that field goal by Harrison Butker to tie the game at 19, we go into overtime, right? And now, for those who are confused, I understand why you're confused because you're not actually playing the game. But if you are playing the game, you should not be confused on the new overtime rules. This rule was changed after the NFL cried about Josh Allen not having a chance when the Chiefs won in the overtime. What was that, 2021? 2022?
Yeah, I think it was 2022 because I think he lost to the...
Because mind you, these new rules have been here for the last 2 years. It's just that we hadn't had an overtime game in the playoffs, so we never got to see it. All right? So here we go. The new overtime rules only for the playoffs. The regular season is the regular way, right?
Yep.
But overtime rules is both teams will have an opportunity to possess the ball unless there is a defensive touchdown.
Defensive touchdown.
A defensive touchdown. That's the only way that both offenses don't possess the ball. All right? But no matter what, so in the regular season, if you score a touchdown on your first drive, if you're the first team with the ball and you score a touchdown in the regular season, ball game's over with.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, if you score a touchdown, the other team still has a chance to have the football and try and score as well.
Yes.
Now, if both teams scored a touchdown, extra point, or a field goal, then next score wins.
Yes.
Which would be the team that won the coin toss.
Yes.
Yeah, so if they'll have the next opportunity. How about that?
Yeah, next opportunity.
To score for a second time in overtime. But here we go. So, overtime rules, both teams will have a chance to possess the football.
Yep.
Now, what does that mean? Same thing for college football. We all know if you are watching a college football game and you know that both teams will have a chance to possess the football, do you A, take the ball first, or do you B, take the ball second?
Well, I just saw a man get paid millions and millions of dollars, and who's a professional. And they've been called the best in the game. You know, they're one of the best in the game.
Right.
So surely, by that logic, you take the ball first. No, you take it second.
Yes, you take the ball second. The minute the Niners won the coin toss, and it was Fred Warner, and Fred Warner's only doing what he's told.
Yep.
You can tell it's obviously. He said, I want tails. They do it, it's tails, right? And he immediately said, we want the football. We want it. And I was like, whoa. Did he just say he want the football? Because y'all, listen to what the referee said before the coin toss. Gentlemen, this is a brand new game.
Yeah.
That means it can go all 4 quarters if no one has decided the game yet. It can go as long as it wants to.
Pretty much.
If no one scores, it can go first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter.
Yep.
If they both score 1 touchdown each and don't score again, it can continue to go until whenever.
Yeah, because the Niners players were even talking about we wanted them to run out of time. It's just like, no.
There's still time. So here's my thing, and it's sad because it's a big topic, but when you're in your professional field,
Yes.
so like, I don't care where you work at, right? You are supposed to know your rules.
Yep.
Right? You're a professional football player. You're supposed to know all the. And here's the sad part: if this is the Cardinals, if this is a team that just doesn't make the playoffs, I can kind of understand. We're talking about the San Francisco 49ers from day one. We knew you guys were going to be in the playoffs,
Yes.
so you should go over every single scenario.
Yeah.
Every scenario.
He is people are calling him a great, fantastic coach. He's always getting his team to the playoffs or potentially AFC Championship or worse. You know what I mean? Made it to the Super Bowl twice. And you hear a couple things coming out like they don't practice 2-minute drills because they shouldn't be in that situation. But not knowing the overtime rules. Like players were saying they found out the rules was looking at the Jumbotron. You can't coach that. You can't coach that. And just having the excuse, we shouldn't put ourselves into overtime rules, is the dumbest excuse of all time. You know what? I should never run out of money because I should be a millionaire.
Right.
I should never break my leg because, who breaks their leg? That's not an excuse.
It's mind-boggling, bro. Like, for not just veterans. Armstead, the defensive tackle for the Niners. Kyle Juszczyk.
Yep.
They both said, one, we had no clue about the overtime rules, but 2, we didn't even go over it. We didn't go over it at all. I'm like, dude, even if that's true, shut up. Don't say nothing about it because there's a stain on the organization.
Well,
all your coaches, on down to the players, how the hell do you not know in your own profession about the rules in the Super freaking Bowl?
What that's done is now potentially put Shanahan on hot seat.
I'm not going to go that far right now.
I mean, he's blown it multiple times.
That is true. That is true.
And then you hear all these things come out that they're not prepared, they're not ready. And during media week, I'm pretty sure he was wasted for 5 days. There's just got that thing. Maybe he's just need that fresh coat. Hey, he's done wonders with Purdy, but you're gonna have to pay Purdy soon. You've got these contracts coming up. You're not gonna have the same talent that will be there. Who knows? You might draft one. They've drafted very well, but people are getting older.
Yeah.
Kill's getting older. Ayuk might not be there. He's entering his last year.
His girlfriend went on Twitter and was like, "This could be our last time as a 49er."
Yeah, but it happened last year with the no disrespect to if you like the Niners, but it happened last year. It's happened before the Super Bowl this year. It's happened after Super Bowl. They just seem to moan.
Yeah.
They moan about, if we had Brock Purdy, we would have beaten the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Well, we've seen what happens. And that's last year they had better wide receiver core.
Yeah.
This year they were moaning before Super Bowl about the field conditions, fire alarms going off in the hotel. That was clearly done on purpose. That was 3 days before the Super Bowl. You can't recover. No, they didn't have to evacuate. It just woke them up. And Oh.
Yeah, we know about that, man.
And obviously, straight away, as soon as the game happened, excuses. And, maybe the culture's not there. Like,
So Kyle Shanahan had to come with an excuse real quick.
Yeah.
So he's like, our thought process was, like, we got the ball first because we thought we would score a touchdown, and if the Chiefs scored a touchdown, then we'll have the third possession of the overtime, and we score whatever, we win the game. And like, nah. Because your defense was playing good enough all game.
Yeah.
Right? So let's say if you gave a field goal in your first drive, then you could score a touchdown and win the game.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't want to hear about that. That was BS because your defense was playing well all game.
Yeah.
So, but here we go. So the Chiefs and the Niners going overtime, and once again, OT rules for the playoffs. Now, currently, if you get the ball first and you score a touchdown, the other team can possess it now, which means if you win the coin toss 10 times out of 10, you want to go ahead and get the ball second. You want to kick off first.
Yeah.
Because at least you know two things. Like me, you talked about earlier.
Yeah.
If you're the second team and the other team scores, you get 4 downs.
Yeah, you get to react.
You get 4 downs. You know what you need. Mm-hmm. You know what you need. Okay, it's going to field goal. That means we got to get at least a field goal.
It makes sense. Yeah.
We know that.
Field goal or touchdown.
Yeah, or touchdown. Yeah. So we know that if we're out of field goal range, we got to go for it on 4th down.
Their first 4th down was in their territory.
Right.
Kansas City. If they have that ball first, they have to
punt. It's 4th and 1. You got to punt. So here we go.
Because they knew they needed a field goal to keep in the game, they had to go for it for 4th down.
You got to go for it. And that changed your play calls too.
Everything.
It changed your play call because now you feel, okay, my 2nd down call is different now because I know I got 2 more downs after that.
It literally turns it into 3rd and 9. Literally, you've got 9 yards to make.
Right.
You've got Well, that's the tush.
So it drives me crazy when you overthink things. But how the hell are you? And you're right. Though that is a bad look though for Shanahan. That's really super bad. Because at the end of the day, you can't blame nobody but the head coach because he's the guy. We're talking overtime. How the hell does no one know the rules? No one.
Yeah.
No one knew the rules of seven. That's mind-boggling.
He came out with another excuse today, and I didn't really read it. I just saw everyone reacting to it, being like, "What are you talking about? This is not an excuse. You've just tried to justify it with a dumb."
Now, thank God that the Niners get the ball first, right? And they have potential to win the game. Go 7-0. But like per usual, at the end of that game, the 3rd quarter, 4th quarter, and then of course overtime. 3rd downs, they could not convert. So shout out to Moody. Moody kicked a big field goal though.
27 yards.
27 yards. And it was straight through. 22-29 you score now. 22-19, you score. All right, but now if you're the Chiefs, you know what you need. And that's the issue.
Yeah.
Not only are you giving the Chiefs extra down, but you're giving the best player in the NFL more chances.
They left 7 minutes 22 seconds on the clock. He losed it all apart from 3 seconds. And the way they were chatting, it's like, well, if he runs out of time, it's going to... He has the opportunity to score.
So folks who were talking about, okay, there was only 3 seconds. He did a great job by eating all that clock up. No, this was a brand new game. And mind you, that was my first time knowing that rule. When I heard it from the, I was like, oh, so you can go, just keep going. I didn't know that. I thought it was one 15-minute quarter. No, they say it's a brand new game until we get a winner.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, snap, I didn't know that. So when the clock was going down to 3, to 10, 9, I'm like, what are you doing? Thank God Tony Romo is a damn good commentator. Tony Romo let the fans know, just because the clock is going down. And guess what? Guess what, TJ?
Guess what?
You see that last play?
Yeah.
You wonder why he was so damn up before a touchdown?
Why was he so damn up?
Because the 49ers thought they got to kick a field goal. What are they doing?
Yeah.
Because the 49ers probably didn't know that there was a 2nd quarter coming up.
Yeah.
So they were very relaxed on that play.
Yeah.
I just thought about that 3 seconds. Oh, they're not gonna snap it. They're not gonna risk it. No. Think about that, y'all. That is coaching 101. That was just like thrown out the window.
Yeah.
Thrown out the damn window. I don't give a damn. Like, okay, it drives me crazy because I don't want like Dan Campbell, right? Dan Campbell, yes, he messed up for the Lions.
He owned it. He actively said, and he said that was my plan going in. I'm in it.
Shanahan went there with just dumbfounded.
It's like we only prepared for winning. We never considered we're losing.
That's all I heard. That's all I heard was like a bunch of BS. Like, no, bro, just own it. You didn't know what the fudge cake. Your team, your players owned it.
Yeah.
They said we didn't go over this. We didn't know.
Yeah. If they've gone, well, it was interesting, but we trust in our coach. Go, fair enough. Okay, that means there was a plan in place.
So before all this now, let's rewind back before the touchdown. A huge 4th and 1.
Yeah, massive.
Another 4th and 1. And guess what they did again? The same thing they did earlier. Pat Mahomes read option.
Yep.
That we hadn't seen all year. So what a time to run that play, not once but twice in this game.
Yeah.
Because you never saw it. And sometimes it's good to hold things back to the end,
Yeah, and Niners, like I said, at that point, as soon as Pat Mahomes got that ball, all they pretty much did was blitz. And you can't do that.
And I mean, what a play call to run the option play.
Oh, it's great.
I mean, the keeper, obviously, it was a keeper, obviously. He was going to keep it regardless. But he ran that bad boy, and it went 22 yards. And I knew it. I knew right there. I was like, yeah, it's over.
It's definitely turned. You always remember, if you give the ball back to Brady last, you've lost the game.
Right.
Mahomes has that same energy, that same aura around him. You cannot let that man have the ball last.
I agree wholeheartedly, and that's why he should have got the ball first.
Yeah, you can't have it go last.
Give him the ball first. They're freaking out saying, "Oh, we got the coin toss. Let's just score a touchdown to win the game." No, that's not how it works, bro.
Who won the coin toss to start the game? I can't remember.
The Niners won it.
Why would you have the ball first in that part? You'd surely, if you have the ball in the beginning of the second quarter, that nullifies a possession that Pat Mahomes has. I think it was just poorly planned. Well, no, the defense did well, but I think the actual strategic of the game, those crucial moments, the coin toss, all that was just poorly planned. And again, I don't want to really crap on Kyle Shanahan. 3 opportunities, he said. Like, one as the OC, but their offense failed back in 2016 because their offense did collapse.
Right.
And obviously 2019, they blew a 10-point lead and they collapsed against a young... Yeah, I know they had Hill and a younger Pat Mahomes, but this one, they had a worse offense. You had a better defense.
Yes.
And you still collapsed. And your offense, I think, was better in this one than it was in 2019. Like, last one was obviously Jimmy G and all that. This one, you've got Brock Purdy, who is... People are calling you on the field, who has been moulded by the system.
Yes.
You have Christian McCaffrey this game. He didn't last game. Where was Christian McCaffrey in overtime?
That's what I'm saying.
Where was Christian McCaffrey?
Here's my thing. With all the blitzes coming in, where's the screen pass?
Yeah.
Why is McCaffrey not in open field? Where's the screen to McCaffrey? That's what I want to know. When the Chiefs made a conscious effort in the second half to just blitz. We're going to blitz, and it drives me crazy when the teams like Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, right, and Brock Purdy and those guys, and they're known for freaking running the ball. Yeah. Why would you want to put the onus on your quarterback to throw a ball against this really good Chiefs secondary? Mm-hmm. Drives me crazy. I don't understand it at all. When you have the ability to run the ball effectively or screen passes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chris Jones is attacking you. You got pressure. And they're blitzing with McDuffie. Throw the damn screen. Throw the screen that side.
You've got one of the greatest tight ends for blocking.
So a tight end screen.
Tight end screen. Like
something.
Kittle, yeah, he had a good catches, but he was mainly used as a blocker. But no, it's stuff like that. But was it also Ayuk? Was it Ayuk who said, his wife was saying she's never stepped foot in Lincoln Financial Field again? Because of the way the fans reacted. Because I know that's how she started her video again. So
okay.
We're never stepping in Levi ever again. It's just like, okay, where are you going to go? Who's going to trade? How much? How much? Because he's technically still got one more year on his roster. It's his last year as a rookie, I believe.
I was going to the Chiefs. No, he's not. No. Hell no.
Who he's going to trade for? Because he's a good receiver. He's a really good receiver.
Yeah.
Great, one of the greatest bounce off touchdowns against the Lions of all time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The old lucky break, huh?
Yeah, lucky break. So yeah, but anyway.
But yeah, so they get it, and they after that 4th and 1, it goes 22 yards, and I just felt like it's over. It's inevitable now. And literally, they get the first down. Time is ticking. 3 seconds left when they snapped it. Well, when they snapped it was like 7 seconds. When they scored, it was 3 seconds left to go.
Yeah.
But they get it, and I can tell you, like, if you look at that replay, everyone on the Niners is lethargic.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it really looked like they did not know that the game was going to continue after this first quarter of overtime.
Which is weird because did you hear the Pat Mahomes story about Nicole Hardman?
He
didn't know. He assumed he had to click and to keep going, and they were like, "No, we've won." It's like,
even Miko didn't even know. Like, it was crazy, like, because he scored and he was like,
"Right, time to kick. I need to get this one."
He saw the way that Pat was running towards him, like,
Yeah.
oh, we won! Oh, we won!
Yeah.
What?
So you've got one team not knowing the rules at all, one team thinking the rules kept going, one had given up, one had kept
the Niners literally look, because me watching that, I thought a whistle was blown.
Yeah.
I thought a flag was gonna play. The Niners were just like, nah.
Done.
We're good. And because Harmon came on a motion and it went back out.
Yeah.
Went back out. Boom. Wide open, but it felt like the Niners really thought the quarter was coming to an end, or that she's going to call a timeout,
They're
you
like,
get a tie field goal or something.
Clearly they're not going to make a play here. Clearly they're going to try and make us jump offside.
Right.
Or to center the ball for their kicker to...
And I say, I'm sorry. That is about as mental of a collapse I've ever seen besides the 28-3. Oh, by the way, both games come from the same guy who's coaching /OC/head coaching. Kyle Shanahan. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to freaking say about that. Well, with that, he said the Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
Pat Mahomes wins MVP.
Like I called it. I told y'all, hey, people hate hearing the same old stuff, man.
He's had a wild 3 days. Like, he was in Vegas for the Super Bowl. He's had to fly to Orlando to go to Disney World because every MVP have to go to Disney World.
Damn, just that quick?
Yeah.
I can't get a couple days.
This day, he had to fly back to KC because today's the parade.
Today's parade?
Today or tomorrow's the parade, yeah.
Well, probably tomorrow now. Maybe. Oh, damn.
Because they landed today with the... Yeah, so they landed today with the trophies. Tomorrow's the parade. He has had a wild 70 hours.
Hey, when you Pat Mahomes, bro, you can do it, man.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it.
You can do it, but
Yeah.
hey, Taylor gets a ring. Okay, obviously they get to celebrate.
Yeah.
Are we in a Kansas City dynasty?
Yes, we are the dynasty. The better question is, because, I mean, you win 3 out of 4,
Yeah.
3 out of 5, that's a dynasty. In the NFL,
Yeah,
that's definitely a dynasty for sure. Because it's not easy. Ask Drew Brees, ask Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
you know,
Brett Favre.
ask Brett Favre, right? Those kind of guys.
Phil Rivers.
Yeah. Like Rivers has 0, right?
Yeah, so
you know, it's not easy winning the Super Bowl. Peyton has 2, and he barely had 2. You know, he got 1.5 because that last one was not him, and that was all the defense. It was all the freaking Broncos defense on that one. But my thing is though, like, it's not easy winning even 1. To win 3.
Yeah.
And to do it by going to 6 straight AFC championships, going to 4 Super Bowls, that's a dynasty, my guy.
And it took the GOAT to beat him in 1.
That's and that was a Chris Jones offsides away from being another trip to Super Bowl, right? So I'm saying, like,
well, twice, because obviously it took the GOAT in the first AFC Championship, and then Brady beat him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that wasn't Pat Mahomes' fault because Pat Mahomes was doing the most spectacular.
But that was the game before they lost his left tackle and his right tackle.
Yeah.
You lose your left tackle, right tackle before the Super Bowl.
They're not important.
They're not important at all. They're just gonna block for me to save my butt. I ran 400 yards of total yards just by scrambling. I got Anne, Marie, Elizabeth, Rose, Balowski. Says, hi, good evening, everyone. I do see a dynasty forming, just like when the New England Patriots had their dynasty. Yeah, of course. And here's my thing. Call me a hater. I love what Tom Brady did for the Patriots. Pat Mahomes is better than Tom Brady. Pat Mahomes is the greatest quarterback I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even BSing y'all. He is the greatest quarterback. He won this championship when they had absolutely nothing going on offense. Nothing. Nothing.
If he wins, like, here's the craziness. Like, obviously people are, if they win next year, if they pull out the 3 foot, that's never happened before. No one's won 3.
Nah, right.
No
No.
one's won 3 back-to-back Super Bowls. You can't run them out because they won. They were terrible this year. They lost 6 in a row. People had won, like, they're done, whatever. And as soon as the playoff starts, like, Travis Kelce de-aged back to him when he was 25.
Right.
Everything came together. If they get the 4th ring in 6 years, well, Travis Kelce's the same many rings as Gronk. Like, the wide receivers have the same as like the end of the Patriots. They've got equal things. Pat Mahomes has 4 rings quicker than Tom Brady. Like Tom Brady technically was 27 when he won his 3rd ring. Pat Mahomes is 28. But Pat Mahomes has more.
I was looking at like their first 6 years of starters, like them compared.
Yeah.
And like Mahomes has clearly more passing yards, more touchdowns, but then look at his rushing yards too.
Yeah.
Like Brady only had like 200 total rushing yards. Mahomes got like over 1,000 rushing yards.
Yeah.
Already like I think 2,000 rushing yards in those 6 seasons.
The first couple rings of Brady's career, he was helped by his defense.
By defense, yes.
The first 2 rings of Pat Mahomes' career was Pat Mahomes. This one
was
his defense.
His defense
So
was huge this year.
and that's terrifying. They've given the Patriots defense to essentially what Brady ended up being now.
Yes.
So obviously they need obviously help their own
Because
line.
my thing was Pat Mahomes was the reason from the start.
Yeah, straight
He
up.
was the man from the start.
Obviously, they're off season. They've got a couple like shoes to fill. Chris Jones is a big one. Snead is a big one. They've got to pay that money.
And we talked about that. We said, I said, pay Jones his money, bro.
Yep.
And you got a franchise need.
Yep.
You got a franchise need and hopefully get a deal done the next year.
See,
But you gotta pay Chris Jones his money.
here's the thing. Pat Mahomes is obviously they're working on his contract. He's willing to improve his
Reconstruction,
contract, and he's got the mindset now. He's got the money. He's got so many advertisements.
Got State Farm, baby. That's all he
got
needs.
State Farm. He's
Like
got-
a good neighbor. Or like Arnold Schwarzenegger says, like a good neighbor. A good neighbor.
That was a weird setup. I never saw the payoff for that.
A good neighbor.
But obviously, he's got that weird Head and Shoulders commercial
Yes, with
Palomaro. He's got a ketchup advert. Like he's in the situation where he doesn't need the money. So I think he's understands that and he's willing to give up more of his contract to keep winning because he's going for that GOAT title. And he knows he's got the talent. He knows he's out talented Tom Brady, and I think that's clear. He's got more talent, Pat Mahomes. He's currently on pace to break all of the rushing, receiving yards. The only thing he knows he has to break is the championships, and that is not. He saw it in 2021 or 2020. He can't do it himself.
Man, I tell you what. Even getting 7 is. Can he get 4 more? I mean, it seems like he can, but that seems like a lot. He's got Tom had a great career. He had longevity. Only hurt 1 year out of those 21, 22 years he played in the NFL.
Yeah.
He had great defenses the entire time, pretty much.
Even suspension didn't stop the.
Yeah, right.
But then you've got Andy Reid. Andy Reid is 67 years old, so he's up there in age. So obviously, I'm not going to lie, Andy Reid has no life. His life is football. He's got 4 rings already, Andy Reid. He won 1 with the Packers as an offensive or QB coach, I think.
Yeah.
And obviously he's got 3 with the Chiefs. He's only, well, I'll say only, he is 4 behind Belichick.
Would you say this was a Chiefs win, or did you think that the Niners blew it? What would you say?
because we just had a rant about how the Niners blew it. But I would not. I would say the Chiefs. Maybe the game the Niners blew it, but this entire postseason the Chiefs won.
Yeah, because I'm with you on that. I'm not gonna shit on the Super Bowl win. No. The Chiefs won it.
Chiefs won.
Yeah, because it was only this isn't Atlanta blowing it.
No,
to the
it
Patriots,
wasn't.
28-3. This is a 10-point lead, whatever.
But we're also talking about a team
But
that's
then-
written off.
And also talking about a team, the Niners, that really killed themselves mentally.
Yeah.
A mental error, right? Not who knows if they whatever. Chiefs probably still win the game, but at least you did things the right way this time instead of giving up hope. It was just weird how that happened. Like you can't be in this profession, and Shanahan, like you said, be one of the top tier coaches, and all this love and praise, and boom, just a mental lapse of judgment.
Yeah.
Because he told Warner,
Gotta get the thing.
Get the ball. He wants the ball first. So now he's got to scramble for an excuse. Oh yeah, I wanted to go ahead and get it for the third possession. If we know, bro, stop that, man.
It's just bad.
3 out of 4, 3 out of 5. I mean, we do have a dynasty now. The thing is, can they get the
I'd say it's currently a dynasty. As soon as Pat Mahomes became a starter, they have not reached the AFC Championship.
It's crazy.
Every year he has made it.
And it's crazy because I was down. This is the most I've been down on the Chiefs all year. But I'm telling you, and y'all know, y'all witnessed it already. As soon as the playoffs format was formed, I said Chiefs gonna win it.
Yeah, easy.
Chiefs gonna win it.
Straight up.
I just like the Dolphins have no business playing in cold weather at all, right? But then on top of that, Bills. If the Bills play the Chiefs in the wild card round, I would have picked the Bills to be the Chiefs. But now you're playing the divisional round, and now that really means something because now you're going to the championship game. You win the pressure, and I feel like Chiefs got that. Mahomes never played on the road, which is not his freaking fault. I don't know why people act like that was a weapon that day. We just had to see it. We got to see Mahomes play on the road.
Well, yeah, because it's clearly he has control of everything.
Yeah.
He's clearly walked into the.
What's the excuse now?
There isn't one.
He wins on the road. He wins at home. He wins Super Bowls. This dude is 15-3 in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know. I know the excuse. I know the excuse. He's clearly holding the scriptwriter's family hostage. It's the only way to make sense.
Yes.
Every time there goes a bad, he just looks at the writer and be like,
Think about who Mahomes beat this playoffs. Think about it. The top 3 teams, I put Miami in there, the top 3 teams in the AFC. Dolphins, Bills, Ravens. And then beat the best team, probably in football. The 49ers. Think about that. So what I tell folks is the Pat Mahomes effect. That is what I mean. Pat Mahomes will make your team play totally different than what they need to.
That's it.
I'm sorry. Purdy should not have thrown the ball 35. What was it? How many attempts? 35 attempts?
But that is like, you can't bear against Brady in the playoffs. And in the playoffs, you have the Patrick Mahomes effect.
Yes.
That is the new thing. So Purdy threw 23 of 38 for 255 yards.
And I said if Purdy throws the ball 35 plus times, they'll lose this game.
Yeah.
I said if he throws the 30, 27 to 30, I think they win this game because there's a lot more running, a lot more whatever. 38, which is almost 40, you're not going to win that game if you're Brock Purdy. The game plan was there though.
Yeah.
It was there. It tells you how good Mahomes and the Chiefs are. The game plan for the 49ers, for the most part, it was a decent game plan. I would have loved to see them have more blitz breakers, screens, bubble screens, something like that. Get Ayuk in space, get McCaffrey in space, make it easier for them. But they kept trying to go with Debo, who had hamstring issues the whole game, and he just wasn't himself. And of course, he's being guarded by Snead at one point, or McDuffie who was a freaking beast all game. McDuffie was batting balls down left and right. And of course, Chris Jones, a man among men, he was doing his thing, bro. So, I mean.
Good night, Ann. Have you a good one?
Good night, Ed. Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, Pat Mahomes was obviously the passing yards leader. 34 to 46, 333 yards.
Also rushing leader, huh?
2 touchdowns. Rushing leader as well, 9 carries for 6 yards. He carried the ball 9 times. And then obviously the receiving yards, for the Niners, it was Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey was trying his best to make that win game. And the receiving yards was Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce didn't get a touch the first half. And he came with the 9 receptions, 93 yards.
Crazy. He the go for tight ends. Go.
He clearly is. Obviously, people say it's still Tony G. You got Gronk on there. I'm sorry. It is Travis. I know he hasn't got the rings of Gronk.
Here's my thing, and I see you, Travis, making the quarterbacks. It won't be easy. I know that, but still, Pat Mahomes is by far. He is this further. Hold on, one minute. Yeah, he is. Alright, Pat Mahomes is that much further ahead than the number 2 quarterback.
And who's the number 2?
You can name it Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. I don't care. Joe Burrow. You can name it. Pat Mahomes is that much farther at 1 to 2 to the next quarterback, right? Yeah. Then you got 2 through 5. It gets like this.
Yeah, they're all close. They're on top of each other.
Yeah. But what? So I don't care who's in Pat Mahomes' face. Yes, Burrow has been the only one besides Brady to beat Mahomes. But still, Mahomes ain't just gonna go down without a fight every single year. And guess what? I guarantee you guys, the Chiefs will get better on offense.
Have you seen this YouTuber called Bench Warmer Bar?
No.
Or Rich Brand? He does funny little sketches, sort of like what Tom Brassi does.
Yeah.
And he did a sketch recently. Is it okay to put Pat Mahomes in the elite QB club? And he had Dan Marino in there, he had Montana, and now let's ask King, and it's obviously Brady and all that. But yeah, funny skit. But at the end, he picks up the phone and goes, "Hi, Brady." Picks up the phone. "Hi, could we get better QBs in the AFC? Pat Mahomes is doing too well." And the finishing line is, "You're telling me they're already in there." It's just they're already in there.
They're there. And the AFC is stacked.
Yeah.
They're the better teams, the better quarterbacks. They are, buku stacked. And the NFC, even Purdy is your QB that's representing the NFC, and he's not even a top 2 or 3 in the NFC. Maybe, I don't know. The NFC is weird, but the AFC has all the dogs.
Yep.
And Mahomes ran through them like it was nothing.
Yeah. No.
Now, credit to the Chiefs defense, though.
Oh,
Once again,
this was the
once
Chiefs.
again,
They came with a plan. They execute the plan. They won.
no disrespect, because every good quarterback, even Brady,
Yeah.
every good quarterback needs every Super Bowl champion quarterback needs a good defense, good to great defense.
Yeah.
Right? Mahomes, for the first time, had a great defense on the side. I didn't even know the Chiefs have only given up 28 points one time. They never get up 30. Never get up 30. No. They haven't get up over 28 at all.
28 total.
The most they've given up in one game, I think, was 25 points.
Oh.
Or 20, it could have been 27. 27, I think. But they only given one game above 25 points, that's what it was.
Yeah.
27 points. They have never given up any game on defense, anything 28 points or more. Never. This whole year. They're only one of, I think, 4 teams in NFL history to have that. Right? And I know one of them was the Ravens, Ray Lewis back when they went back in, what was that, 2002, when they were just dominant on defense.
that was just
only get them 11 points per game. It was crazy.
That's both the Ravens Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Their defense. But yeah, so that was Super Bowl, I think. Anything else we missed?
That was awesome, bro. Honestly, this game, for how slow it started on the opposite end, it was that good on defense, and how it got in. I like the fact there's a bunch of field goals.
Yeah.
Because it was saying Imano, your offense is our defense, and 3 points is neutral.
Yeah.
Right? That means we bend but don't break. That means we still got points though.
Yeah.
Right? And I love the fact that we had a lot of field goals, because that's how it's supposed to be in a. I don't want my Super Bowls 38-35. I'm like, then what the hell we over here for then? Why we played this damn good all year to look this bad on defense?
Yep.
Right? I like my Super Bowls mid to low 20s. I like that. It lets you know that both these teams came mostly prepared for this game, except for overtime. Right?
Yeah.
So it felt like both these teams were on their A game. And this was a great Super Bowl from start to finish. And it drew the most ratings ever.
For the Super Bowl?
For a Super Bowl.
That happens every year.
120 for man. But think about the Taylor Swift fans. The Swifties came in. Probably about a good 13 million was Swiftie fans. I'm just being real. Hey, Dad.
Can we watch the Super Bowl?
What's that? I got a bowl of chili. It's a super big bowl. No, the Super Bowl football. Football? Yeah, Taylor Swift's there. Say less.
And Ice Spice.
Yeah, that Ice Spice. Yeah, I love her hair. Curly.
Oh, there was a big thing. I didn't know it was a big thing, but I obviously watched it at a bar, and a lot of people around me made it a big thing. The Gatorade was purple.
It was purple, yeah.
Yeah, apparently that's a big thing. I don't know why. People put money on the Gatorade.
Yeah, I saw a dude named Big Cat from PMT, excuse me, pardon my take, and he put down like $5,000 for the freaking overtime coin toss. Guess what he put down? Heads. It was tails. He said, "Damn it!"
I couldn't do that.
I'm like, "Why you bet on the coin? That's about as 50-50 as life gets."
I know.
A coin toss.
I know the books lost this Super Bowl because people bet on a lot of people bet on the Chiefs, and obviously the Chiefs came up. Like I think Drake spent 1.9 on a bet on the Chiefs. Million, obviously.
He can do that.
He can do that, yeah.
And I I won $175. So
Hey, well done.
yay! I was good on that one. And Mahomes won me money every week.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah,
nice,
oh yeah.
nice,
I won
nicely done.
every week with Mahomes. I won. So yeah. But yeah, man, it was fantastic.
Do you want to talk about honors?
Honors.
Yeah, NFL honors.
Oh yeah, let's go. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Tom Grossi, congratulations, fan of the year. Well done. Get over COVID. Well deserved.
Well deserved.
Well earned.
Well deserved. Dude, he did the 30 and 30. He was going to win that.
$500,000. And
For St. Jude, it's crazy.
yeah, what was also the thing is, like, other fans of the years were really trying to promote themselves. He was sort of like, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
And he won. Everyone, he just won.
They had to promote themselves, let's be honest. They knew that Tom Ross was going to win that thing. You got to promote yourself on that one. I would have probably done the same thing.
The guy with the loyal fan base.
Yeah, do you know who we're against right now? Freaking Pat Mahomes, man.
Obviously, you got other awards like Offensive Play of the Year and stuff like that, which was, I think, CMC, won that one.
What do you do?
A run, I assume.
Damn.
Shocker.
I mean, I saw, obviously, Defensive Player of the Year was Myles Garrett. Which I thought, that was the most controversial one, obviously, because of TJ Watt. But I do like the fact that Garrett won one. I think it might have been a longevity award because he hadn't won one yet.
Yeah.
But he had a monster year. Now, the stat wise might go to TJ Watt, but as far as double teams and pressures, that was Garrett by a long shot.
He didn't have the sacks.
He didn't have the sack. Yeah.
They had to move two tight ends.
Yeah, for real. McCaffrey, who should have won MVP, won Offensive Player of the Year. And, of course, Lamar Jackson is your MVP. And Lamar got it by default this year. I'm going to be real.
Yeah.
I'm going to be real.
So you've got, obviously, these awards. Why have they named... So Angry Run of the Year was Najee Harris.
I know everyone, yeah.
Yeah. Jim Brown Award, which I think is the most rushing yards of the season. Obviously, CMC. Don Shula Coach. Andy Lower. Don Shula Coach. There's 2 awards called Don Shula Coach. How's that helpful? Community Award.
It's probably assistants then, maybe it's assistants coaches.
Possibly. Community Award was Cass Campbell. Surprisingly, he also won. Oh no, he didn't. Then it's Rookie of the Year, or Offensive Rookie of the Year, should I say? CJ Stroud, which makes sense.
Obviously, yeah.
Defensive Rookie of the Year was Will Anderson.
And that was a toss up. It could have went there. Could have went to your guy.
Carter Weatherspoon. Yeah. It sucks Carter didn't win it because I know that was one of his bucket lists, but he fell off. The whole team fell off.
I said the same thing. The whole team fell off. So
Deacon Jones Award, Air Player of the Award, but no. Then you've got Coach of the Year was Steven Stefanski. Sorry, Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah.
Which they had to deal with a lot of rap.
That could have been anyway, but I was happy with it. I wasn't mad about it.
No, yeah, it was
I wasn't mad about it. But I was like, I wasn't gonna get to D'Amico Ryan just because it was his first year.
Yeah.
It just whatever.
But
and
you really break it down, the Browns were a mess.
4 quarterbacks.
4 quarterbacks.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah, your main running back going down.
Nick Chubb. I know. Fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh, fantasy down the drain. Week 2.
Everyone was Lamar won MVP, but everyone was sort of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, but
you had a worse year than he did in 2019.
He went by default though, honestly, because everyone was pretty much putrid when it came down to their expectations of what they wanted, including the top tier quarterbacks, including Pat Mahomes.
Yeah. Walter Payton Man of the Year was Cameron Hayward, and the one. So I've had no problems with any of these. The one I had was Comeback Player of the Year.
Joe Flacco.
He shouldn't have won Comeback.
Who you wanted to? I didn't want DeMar Hamlin. I know that.
Got DeMar Hamlin. But someone else should win command. Like Joe Flacco, what's he come back from? Being old? Being on the bench?
Like I thought maybe Baker Mayfield.
Baker, that's it.
I thought Baker should have won it, honestly.
Yeah, he makes way more sense. He went to a team that's coming off Tom Brady.
Right.
And Tom Brady couldn't do anything with that team last year.
Yeah.
He was potentially a 1-year deal. Let's just suck and move on. He took bad situation, took them to the playoffs. Yeah. Took him to a divisional round.
I had him at 3-14 start of the year. I was like, they were 3-14. This team won the division.
And he melded so well, they're going to bring him back. Yep. It should have been Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, so I like Baker Mayfield. But hey, it happens. But the MVP should have been Chris McCaffrey, in my opinion. but it's the MVP is obviously a quarterback position award now, which I hate.
Yep.
The last one was Adrian Peterson in 2012
Yeah.
to win. Now it's funny because your offensive and defensive rookie of the years for the second year in a row was on the same team.
Yeah.
The Jets won it. The Jets had it with Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner the year before. This year it was all
Texans.
the Texans, and the last one was the Saints back 2017. Kamara and Lattimore the same year. So crazy how that goes. And if Aaron Rodgers comes back, maybe the Jets have they come back play the year, right?
Yeah.
He might be that guy next year. Who knows? Who knows, y'all? But this was our Super Bowl recap. Hey, what was that question, Travis, that you had for TJ?
Whilst you type that out, couple more news. Mike Zimmer's obviously defensive coordinator for the Cowboys.
Yes.
Funny. And I don't know if you heard, for those international people out there, it was announced next year, not this year, obviously, not this season coming up, but the season afterwards, that the NFL will host a regular season game in Real Madrid, Spain.
Oh, Real Madrid.
Called it.
I
So
like that.
UK, Germany, Real Madrid, and Brazil. 4 games, 4 places outside.
I'm trying to tell y'all, eventually we have a game a day, a game a week, I mean, in international.
Yeah. What we got then?
So I say frivolous because it had nothing to do with football. I was wondering what the reaction to your accent has been, if any. Your accent.
Oh, I get asked all the time, like where you from, all that kind of stuff, which is great. It's great. I love your accent, which is very nice. So everyone,
very lovely accent.
everyone in the US is very polite.
It's better in person too.
Thank you. I'm just curious. What do I sound posh? Do I sound Essex? Or
You sound like you're fancy because this is America and we don't have that accent. Y'all accent out there sounds very fancy. So like you sound rich.
I sound rich.
Yeah.
Oh,
but all people that are British sound rich to us. You know?
No, shit. But no, it's big because obviously Suffolk, Sudbury is farmers' country out there. It just fields and fields of taters.
Real men go out there and lose games all the time.
Gonna head out my tractor with my tater.
That's the country British talk.
Pretty much. Spend 8 hours on the tractor.
So you sound intelligent. All British people sound super smart, whether you are or not.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, So yeah.
Super uneducated. Why am I on this show? It's called Uneducated.
I have no idea, bro. That's the way the world works these days, man. You get someone educated to come on uneducated is crazy, man.
Or it just shows how far an accent can go.
Yeah, there you go, right? All right, any questions before we wrap it up? It's time to wrap things up, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this is our Super Bowl episode number 26 of Tuesdays with TJ, you guys. We'll take 1 week off. We'll take next Tuesday off, and then we'll come back hot again for the following Tuesday.
Yeah.
That way we get some more storylines in there and break down. Obviously the podcast won't be that long until free agency or off-season starts really heating up, that we can really get into like long discussions.
Well, you and I can talk for hours.
Right. But on top of that, get ready for like mock drafts. Mock drafts. I do mock drafts on here. We'll do mock drafts on here, you guys. So get ready for that. We'll do our top tier quarterbacks, our top 32 quarterbacks in here.
We'll have a segment where we review our own teams, like how to use
right. And we have a great segment coming up. It's going to be called, I don't know yet, but it's going to be called TJ tripping on his Eagles. So we're going to give it I don't know what we're going to call it yet, but we'll get a rant every single week.
Could it just be called Pain?
Pain. TJ's Eagles pains. Something. We're going to have something like that where TJ breaks down his Eagles every single week. And we'll start that towards the off season and into the season. So yeah.
But this is our first season of Tuesdays with TJ. Thank you very much for having the show.
Hey, my guys.
Loved it.
Good, brother.
It's been great. Thank you for people to watch it so we can keep going. Sorry for the technical problems with TJ. They slowed down a bit once I got the Ethernet cable. Fingers crossed.
Big time.
Fortunately, these last 2 weeks we haven't had any technical problems, which is quite good. I don't know why. Oh no, we did technically because the mics weren't working.
Right, yeah, the headphones.
Yeah, but no, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Carlos, for suggesting it.
Man.
And
it's
it's
all
been great.
love, brother. It's been fun, y'all. So, all right, see y'all on. I probably have a show on Friday. We're off Wednesday and Thursday. Me and TJ hanging out in New Orleans, you guys. Yeah. So if you're in the New Orleans area, you want to come hang out with us, man, hit your boy up. We'll be in New Orleans watching the Pelican game and getting drunk on Bourbon Street.
What could go wrong there?
What could go wrong, right?
So what I'm hearing is breaking news. New Orleans burns to the ground tomorrow. Similar styles of the Great Fire of London.
Oh, no.
One British man says, look how it started.
Oh, my God. But I'll be back probably Friday, if not for sure on Saturday night for you guys, man, for another episode on Educated Sports Talk. We'll find out what it is. I don't know yet. I'm just living my best lives right now, man. So, for the homeboy TJ, I'm your host, Carlos Clayton, and this is another episode of Tuesday with TJ, episode number 26 in our 49ers versus Chiefs recap. The Chiefs are your 2023-24 Super Bowl 58 champions. Back-to-back for the first time since 03-04 New England. Yep. And can they make it 3 in a row next year? Don't get it twisted out. We're off next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday, we'll break down everything with the NFL, man, and keep Tuesday with TJ alive. Rock and roll, y'all. So, all sports fans, you guys know what time it is. Stay smart. Stay educated. Peace. Later, mama. All right, guys. Let's go. Right here, y'all. Take it easy, man.
Have a great night, everyone.